Good morning everybody and welcome to day 3 of the IWA Outdoor Classics 2024. This morning we thought we'd give you a very quick view of our stand and the contents for those of you that can't make it. So walk this way. Here we have quite an interesting display of the manufacturing process of the March scope body. As you can see, that's a solid piece of billet aluminium and it's gradually machined into the scope body. Have our Genesis display in here, and we have a couple more Genesis out on display for people to look through. So walk this way. In here we have our meeting room. We've got some videos running in there. This is where all the deals are done. And then we have our reticule wall. So that's all the reticules that are available in March scope. So we have our Japanese temple on the wall here, and then we have our Japanese temple gates. This symbolizes power, which is a good identity for March. Further on we have our nice live green plants, and then we start with the scope display. So this is second focal. All the second focal range scopes here. We have the new Majesta with the color match rings, a 1.5 to 15 in second focal. This is available in first focal and dual focal. We have our good old faithful 2.5 to 25. And then if you walk around here, we have the continuation of second focal plane scopes, 2.5 to 25, all the way through 10 to 60, 8 to 80, and the High Master Majesta. Over here we have the start of first focal with the short scopes, 1.5 to 15, 1 to 8, 1 to 10 shorty. That's available in dual and first focal. Another 1.5 to 15, 3 to 24. And then we walk round to the larger zooms, first focal, tactical and PRS, 4.5 to 28, 5 to 40, 5 to 40, 5 to 42 by 56, first generation, and the new 5 to 42 by 56, second generation. This one, as we've mentioned before, this has new lens system. That has been created to increase the clarity and the image at the higher elevation. So for all you guys that shoot long range ELR, you're going to see a lot more and a lot clearer. So finishing off our first focal plane line, we have the Mini Genesis. This scope is the 4 to 40 Genesis, and this has 300 MOA or the mil equivalent. Now this is the only scope in the world that you can actually dial that elevation. No prism, no periscope, no outside influence. Finally, we have the 6 to 60 Genesis. That's 6 to 60 times zoom, and this scope has 400 MOA or the equivalent in mil. Again, this can get you out to 3 miles with the appropriate rifle platform. So on our tripod display, we have the 5 to 42 Gen 2 concept. Now this is identical to the new 5 to 42 Gen 2 that's being released. However, as you can probably see, it's very different. This has flats in the body tube. This has an integral scope base. So it avoids all the issues that secondary scope mounting causes. You won't be clamping the tube ever, and you have direct connection to the scope body, so perfect alignment of your scope. Additionally, this scope's going to come with two forms of added inclination, 20 and 40 MOA, or the mil equivalent. That allows you to get additional elevation for the longer ranges you wish to shoot. This scope on the right rifle platform, easily 2,000 meters plus. So eventually when this scope comes into production, as I mentioned, there's going to be some accessory mounting points. So basically you can mount bubble level, magnifier, all the other accessories that you would normally mount on a normal scope, but it will fit onto the body. The other thing is there's going to be a monolithic diving board Picatinny rail, which is going to overlap the scope body and the tube. That's going to allow you decent platform access for a rangefinder, a red dot, or any given accessory that you wish to mount on your scope. We think this scope with the Gen 2 normal bodied scope is going to give options for everybody, and we think it's going to be a winner, especially with the wide field of view that the scope has. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this brief run through of what March has to offer. And if you're at the show, please come down here and see us. And thank you very much for watching.